Okay, guys, it's time. I've reached that point in my journey where I've spent enough time, dark night of the soul, deepening these awakenings, going through the highs and the lows and all these wonderful experiences, being so self-absorbed, how fun that is. And I love it, but it's time. I realize I've had the realization that to, you know, help with this further heart opening and to stabilize it, I've really reached that time that it's time to be of service to others. Or to put it more in a better way, to share my unique gifts, those things that I'm really good at, with other people. And that will balance out all this self-absorption and working on myself and beating myself up and all integration. It'll balance it out with a little bit of joy and things I'm really good at. Okay. So I have 3 services. I don't like calling services, but 3 things that I like to offer. And I'm going to offer these 3 things on a donation-only basis. And in the past, I've just given everything away. Basically, just everything. And that's fine too. I mean, I'm totally happy doing that. But I've found in the past that giving away all these types of readings and helping people, that there's a real flat energy that happens in that exchange. And I find that people don't value the information that they get. They treat it like a kind of a novelty, a horoscope reading, and then they put it aside and don't ever think of it again. But the people that exchange, give a little money, something that's important to them, there's a real connection. There's a real beneficial energy exchange. It's a complementary energy exchange. And it just feels better for both of us. So all of these are offered at donation only. Doesn't matter what the donation is, okay? So what do I have to offer? So my first offering is soul contract readings. I won't go into details about it, but briefly, the soul contract reading is based on your birth certificate name, the entire birth certificate name. And it describes, and it's based on the Hebrew number lettering alphabet and these big archetypal meanings. And the soul contract gives you a big universal themes about what lessons you're here to learn, or more specifically, what circumstances you are here to encounter, to learn from. And then it'll show you your talents. Oh, let me just, silly me. Let me share screen and show you a soul contract. Now, the soul contract that you'll see on the screen, I've intuited or had an inspiration about how to rework this soul contract. So I'm going to bring in some information, some other information. So it's not going to look the same, and I'm going to take a lot of information out to keep it a little bit more concise or precise. So let me share screen and show you what a soul contract looks like. Let's see, where is it? So here we have, I hope you're seeing this. Yeah. So here we have, this is just the front page, and I'll scroll down, and your soul contract consists of a set of numbers, 7 to 8 numbers, sets, and it will talk about your physical karma, talents, and goals, and spiritual karma, talents, and goals. And as an example of physical karma, what it talks about what these numbers represent are big archetypal patterns. And what we'll give you here are potentials of what you would experience early in life, etc., etc. And then the physical talents, the talents that are referenced here in your soul contract are those talents, I feel, that you have already mastered in another lifetime and that they're here to help you. So, you know, this is the 5 energy, and it's talking about truth and intuition, and you'll read about all the possible ways this could manifest in your life. You won't have everything, but it'll be a universal energy. And then the goal aspect, of this reading is more about the gifts that can arise out of you using your talents to work through the karma presented in the first page. So that's what a soul contract would offer to you. And it gives you this soul destiny as kind of like your overall life purpose. So let's click out of that. And once again, a soul contract is based on your full and exact birth certificate name. Now let me see, is there anything else I want to say about soul contracts? Yeah, they're pretty basic, and they give you a lot of information, but not a lot of specifics. It is an excellent tool if you're really new to the spiritual journey and you haven't had very many readings. I would say start with this. Easy peasy. You'll go, oh yeah, I can recognize that. I can recognize that. Okay, now I also offer what I call is an awareness profile. And I created this, and it's a amalgamation, or it's taken several different systems out there, like human design, another system I can't remember, a little bit of soul contract, and the gene keys. And I've created this overall profile that has all of that mushed in there in really short, distinct synopses. Okay, so it's just it's a synopsis of like all the profiles or readings that you could get. So let me share the screen with you there. Let's see. I know this is a really bad video. I don't know why I'm nervous talking about this stuff. Okay, here it is. The awareness profile. Let's see. Here's the awareness profile. And what the awareness profile does is it will talk about your human design aspect, and then it will go into really, really pretty in depth about the key aspects from the Gene Keys profile. And I also have another system, bits of information I put in there from another system, but it is mostly about the Gene Keys. And I take key elements from your Gene Keys work and talk about them, like, skip that, talk about your 4 primary gifts. And then I talk about issues, relationship issues, your best grounding techniques. I think I talk about your core issue, your vocation. I really go into depth. Okay, relationships, your purpose in relationships. I really lay it all out. So it's a really intense profile. So if you've done a lot of work on yourself and you know how to dig deep without getting overwhelmed by information, and you don't have the ability to go get a human design reading or this reading and this reading, I've kind of laid out the real important parts in one profile. That takes me a lot of time to put together, and it does require me to have your birth details, just like you would an astrologer. So birth date, time, and place. Okay? It's a really intense profile. Anyway, that takes me a lot of work. Now, the third thing I have to offer, which I absolutely love to do, and I'm finding I'm quite good at, and I don't even really know what to call them yet, but I would say just for now, oracle sessions. And the oracle sessions, they are for, right, I'll be working with the I Ching, but also many other tools. In an oracle session, I use all the tools at my what is that word? You know the word? All the tools at my, I'm drawing a blank. This is hilarious. Anyway, I have lots of tools, from cards to my own intuition, my psychic gifts, and the I Ching and the Gene Keys. I put it all together to formulate a response from the sage or awareness to you in regards to maybe there's a particular situation at my disposal. That's the word I was looking for, or a phrase. A particular situation that you're concerned about, curious about. Maybe you've had a vision and you don't know what its full meaning, what it fully meant, what was the message that Cosmos wanted you to know, or you have a situation that's very difficult and you don't know what to do, or you have a health crisis. These oracle sessions, I can tap in and find out where and how you are out of alignment or out of harmony with the whole, what is causing the illness. Or it will say, you know, this is what's going right, this is what the gift is in the situation. Or if you have questions about whether you should go here, go there, do this or that, I can check in with yes/no questions. Now, here is a warning. What I found, because I've been doing this privately, obviously with myself, but with other people, and the answers, so if you have some yes/no questions, should I do this, should I go there, should I do this or that, what I get may be different from what you think, and it might be a trigger for you. But I have always found that when the answers that I received see the person question, it made me question myself, and I dug a little further, it always ended up being correct. Because sometimes it's the ego asking the question and the ego is shocked at the answer, right? So when I check in with the sage and I do these sessions, it is ultimately, here is the answer. So maybe you have a question, should I do this? And I get a simple yes. The simple yes means, yes, you should do this, but there's more to understand, but you could move forward. Or I get a no, but there's more to understand. I will look at what is the more to understand so that you have a complete feeling of why it's a yes and why it's a no, okay? To help bring you back into harmony, okay? But sometimes the answer will be a no because the ego is asking the question or it's out of alignment with your true self. And I will ask to see if that's the case as well. And I will even ask if you're ready for the answers. So it's a huge oracle system, and I love doing this. I love investigating, particularly if you have health issues. You know, where are you out of alignment? Where is the thinking? Where is the stinking thinking that's causing the ailment? So I hope this video made sense. I'm very nervous. You know, I'm nervous, just to be honest with you. I'm nervous because in the past I've done this, like I've said, and it's it just didn't fill me. Kind of broke my heart a little bit because it was just such a blah energy exchange because I was giving everything else away. So I'm a little nervous, I'm a little gun shy, but I hope some of you take me up on this offer, and I hope to be of service, maybe help you understand something, understand yourself more. I'm really very good at these things. And I do it all either in writing. You'll get, the first two, you get reports. The Oracle sessions, I can either, depending on the question, I can send you an email or I'll do a video thing. You know, I do all kinds of stuff. So it's all up in the air. We'll figure it out as we go. But these are the services I would like to offer to you. These are my gifts, my talents. So I hope somebody takes me up on it. Okay, thanks. Bye. Until next time.